Good morning, everyone. We are here to present the final requirements, which are the activity 1, 2, and 3. Hi, my name is Zarina Faye Santos, and I'm here to present the activity 1, entitled Creating a Database. Let me share with you my screen. So, first is create a blank database. Click the blank database. Name the file name activity 1, and then click create. It automatically creates a table. Click the view and then click the design view. So first, the table name is faculty. So the first field name is instructor ID. And then the data type is short text. The description is primary key. Remember to put down in the field properties pane when creating each field to update the field size or format. So the field size for instructor ID is 7. And the second field name is first name. And the data type is short text. And the field size is 20. And the third field name is last name. Short text also is the data type. The field size is 25. And the fourth field name is degree. Short text is the data type. And the field size is 4. And the fifth field name is institution. And also the data type is short text. And the last field name is hire date. And the data type is date or time. And the format is short date. And we need to save the table. So right click and save the table. By the way, we need to set the primary key. So our primary key is instructor ID. So it may be set by default like this, and a key icon should be a key icon should appear to the next field name. And if the primary key is not set, just click the arrow and then click the primary key, and the instructor ID will be the primary key. And for the second table is the tab button and the ribbon. And then select table. And then just like what we did in the faculty table, click the view and then design view. And then the table name is courses. And the first field number. And the data type is short text. And the description is primary key. And the second field name is course name. And also the data type is short text. By the way, the field size in the course number is 8. Don't forget to is your level and then short text. And the field size is 15. And the fourth field name is prerequisite. And the data type is yes or no. And the last field name is cost. And the data type is currency. And the description is total cost of session. And after that, we need to save the table. Just like what we did in the first table, just right click and then save. And for the primary key is the course number. So the primary key is here is in the default. So we don't need to change the primary key. And we need to create the third table. So create table, click the view, and design view. And the table name of the third table is Q109. For the first field name is course number, and the data type is short description, and the field size is 8. And the second field name is instructor ID. And the data type is also short text. And the third field name is location. And also the data type is short text. And for the last field name is start date. And the data type is data or time. And the description is primary key. And for the primary key, we need to set up the course number and the start date as the primary key. So we just need to press the control button and then click course number and then start date. And and after that, click the primary key in the ribbon tab. And and then we set the primary key, which are the course number and start date. And after that, we need to save the table. And that's all. And we are done with the creating a database. So may I call on Miss Luisa Salvadora for the next activity, the activity 2.
So, hello, I am Luisa Salvadora, and I am going to show you a tutorial about how to input data in your database. So, of course, after creating a database, you need to put a data. Kasi syempre, database yan. You need to, hindi magiging database yun kung walang data. So, there are a lot of method on how you input the data on the table. So, the first one is the direct entry. Ito yung gagawin natin. Kasi, it is wherein we are going to put or type directly the information on our data on the table, or and the second or website or other application. So, since on inputting the data, we need to have already have a database. So yung ginawa ni Faye kanina, kailangan natin yun. So let me share with you my screen to show you how to input data in database. Okay, so first thing first, kailangan syempre makita mo yung table na ginawa ni Faye kanina, di ba? Ayun yung courses, the faculty table, and the Q109. So let's go on first on the faculty table. So here, the field name are instructor ID, first name, last name, degree, institution, and hire date. So on the instructor ID, we were going to put the number or the instructor ID of the professor. So based it will be the list of the faculty or the professors on the single organization. So for example, her instructor ID is 122350, and the first name is Eliza, and the last name is Salvadora. And then tab degree, for example, her degree is Bachelor of Science, so we'll put BS. And institution, for example, in, of course, Rizal Technological University. And the hire date, for example, she was hired on April 1, 2021. Yan, nakapag-input na tayo for the faculty table. So since I already prepare data na i-input natin para mas madali, so here. And the hire date, for example, on October 9. So second one is Professor Zere Borja. Okay. So you just input there, or you can type if there is, wala pa kasing datang naka-prepared. And the degree is PhD. And she is applying on the University of the Philippines and was hired on April 4, 2021. And let's go on to Professor Nell. And she is applying on the AMA University and was hired on February 1, 2020. The last example is Professor Jaribet Evangeline, and she is applying in Jose Rizal University and was hired on March 1, 2021. Okay, so as you can see, these are the list of professors that was hired by a certain agency. So these are the different institutions. This is the date and when they are hired and their degree, of course, their name, the first name and last name, and the instructor ID. Okay, so before we proceed, syempre, kailangan nyo i-save yung gawa nyo. So, and then let's go to courses. So here in courses, we have a course number, the course name, the year level, the prerequisite, and the cost. So, for example, on the course number is FM 104, which is the course number that we have right now. And the course name, for example, investment in portfolio. And of course, second year level, because we are second year at the moment. And prerequisite, which is true. So the meaning of prerequisite is that it was already checked. So, and if there is no check, syempre, ibig sabihin nun, hindi pa na-check or na-verify yung data. And the cost will be 100 pesos. That is the price of the subject. Okay, so we also have a FM 105, which is the course that we have right now, which is the financial analysis. And then let's put a check because it was already verified. So for the next one is the AMGT 104, which is the International Business and Trade. So since the text that was set by Faye was a short text only, so hindi pwede yung mga ganito kahaba. So we cannot do that. So for example na lang, MGT 104. Kasi depende yun sa nakaset na field name sa ginawa mong database. So let's go on the computer 102, which is our course right now, and the subject that we are taking. And this subject, of course, the database management. So you just put there all the data that you have. Okay, and the last one is the Comp 101, which is the subject that we already take last time, which is the computer business. And of course, second year, Sam. Oh my God. And then let's put a check, and the cost of the subject is 100. It means that these all are verified. So let's click the save to save the information. So let's go on the Q109. So here, the field name are the course number, instructor ID, location, start date. So here, i-combine natin yung mga information that we had on the courses on the faculty and on the faculty table. So on the course number, for example, the PM 104 are the investment policy, and the instructor ID is 12234050, which is the Professor Eloisa. And the location, for example, the Rizal Technological University in Boni campus. And his starting date is on April 5, because she was hired on April 1, right? Okay, so let's go on. So for the second course number is the financial analysis. And the professor will be Garcia, and the starting date is on September 15, 2020, so last year. So she is already teaching. So for the second one is database management, and the professor will be, of course, Professor Nell, and on the um, on the branch of Pasig. And the starting date, February 15, 2020. So after the Valentine's Day. And the last example is the database management that was, the professor will be Professor Evangeline. And the starting date is 3/15/2021. So here we already input the information that we needed on the three tables that we had. That is the first one, the faculty table, which is the list of the professors that was hired. And on the courses table, these are the subjects that will be teaching by the professor, and the cost of this is 100 pesos per subject. And the last table is the course number that the professor will be taught. So that will be for my part. So may I call on Jaribet Evangelista for continuing the activity number 2. Thank you.
All right. Continue the activity 1 and 2. I will be going to do the activity 3. To fully utilize the capability of database, we need to establish a relationship between the tables. In this activity, we will link our 3 tables together through their common fields. All right, to begin with, I will share my screen. All right, so we need to open the activity 1 created by Ms. Santos. All right, in this activity, we will going to click the database tools. Then we're going to click the relationship. Then after that, we will choose the 3 fields that Faye created. Just add, next to faculty, add, and then, okay. So since we added the 3 fields, now let's choose this one. Kailangan natin i-rearrange yung fields natin para mas madali nating ma-connect yung mga fields. So let's rearrange this one. Okay. Ayan. In this scenario, it will be easy to rearrange in this order para ma-connect natin ng maayos yung relationship na gagawin natin sa field natin. So, click and hold the course number to field course number Q109. All right, let's create. Next is we will going to drag the first number field of 2109 to instructor ID, faculty instructor ID. Ito na yung relationship na na-connect natin. Okay, para saan yung relationship na yan? Relationship in Access helps you to combine data from 2 different tables. Each relationship consists of fields in 2 tables with corresponding data. A relationship can also help to prevent missing data by keeping deleted data from getting out of sync, and this is called referential integrity. Ito na yung final output kung paano mag-connect ng relationship. So, yan. Close na natin to, then let's save our data. That's all for my tutorial. Thank you and God bless. All right, that's all for our final requirements, which is the activity 1, 2, and 3.